Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching Spotlight on Spotlight Today, PHTV Channel 4. We are at Allen B. Shepard High School, and we are going to take a quick look at the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps program. Right? Did I get all that right? Good. And with me, I have a couple of students who are in the program, Liam Gadick, right, and Nick Busio, right? Thanks for being here. And also Major Daniel Johnson, who teaches in the program, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good. Thank you all for being here this morning. And Major Johnson, how about you first? Maybe do you want to give us a little bit of your background as a major, but also as a teacher at Sandburg?
Sure. Yeah, I've been teaching at Shepard since 2009. Before that, I served 20 years on active duty in the Air Force, which is a requirement for all junior ROTC instructors. They have to be retired from the service that sponsors the program. So junior ROTC is just it's an academic course here. We have full day of curriculum and classes. So I know some people think it's just like an activity, but it is an academic class, and there are 4 full years of curriculum, so kids can start as freshmen and take 4 full years without repeating anything. And we focus on communication skills, leadership, health and wellness, and really just keys to success in life.
Yeah. How about, first of all, congratulations on your both careers, the career in service and as a teacher. That's a heck of a haul you've got there in both of them. That's wonderful. So thank you. And I want to ask you to elaborate on that a little bit, because like you said, I think I'm one of those person that we think of the JROTC program as like an extra, like a co-curricular, but it's actually embedded in the school curriculum, right? In terms of, and I wasn't aware, so you could have a person, and I think this applies to both you guys, who were in the program from freshman year, and they're year-long courses, right? And they develop. So maybe just, is there a way to kind of clarify what it looks like from freshman to senior year without having to go through the whole curriculum?
Yeah, it starts out as you kind of learn to follow, and you learn the basics as a freshman, and then eventually as a sophomore and junior, you start to move beyond that and start to teach others. Mm-hmm. So our classes are set up where the freshmen, first year cadets are working side by side with cadets with more experience, and so it just builds in a perfect mentoring opportunity. And then eventually you see kids going from learning how to do things to learning how to lead those things and teach those things and manage. And so, yeah, it becomes a really important part of our program.
So I'm sure an important goal in the program, right, to develop that leadership skill, right? How about you guys a little bit? Let's talk about, because you've both been in it for so long, I mean, what parts of the program work for you, or why is it important to you? What are the things that you take away from it?
I like that there's just a lot of opportunities to expand on what we have in the classroom. So beyond just the classroom, we have a lot of activities like the Academic Bowl. We have like Cyber Patriot Team, Marksmanship, different opportunities for like health and wellness and physical training.
Go ahead.
So I think that all like builds together and makes the program unique.
Yeah, and I think we think of it as a military training program, but it is so much more than that, right? And you make that connection that this applies beyond just this. I mean, it applies into life. It applies to your other subject areas, I'm sure, too, right? Yeah. Nico, how about you?
So one of my favorite things about ROTC is about how much it helps you develop like people skills and becoming a leader, and like not only, like he said, following, but also teaching these things as well. It's not so much teaching us how to become a soldier, it's teaching us how to be a good citizen. It's going out into our community and doing different community service opportunities, and it's helping us be a leader and also a good citizen, and I feel like it helps us round us off very well.
Yeah, that's a great, and as I'm listening to your answer, it's a much more rounded program, right? This isn't just about military training or preparing for a military career. This is about being a good citizen, life skills and how you function as a student, how you function in the world at large. Incredibly important, valuable skills. You mentioned some of the programs, I think. Are there any others we want to hit, or do you want to clarify what some of those are?
In terms of ROTC, we have, I think Cadet Gadick mentioned Cyber Patriot. It's a computer networking team activity, competition, and we had a team that did really well about 4 years ago and competed at the national level. And then we've also, 3 times we've sent teams to the National Academic Bowl competition. So it's like a quiz bowl, but it's restricted to junior ROTC teams. And so we've had the opportunity to take teams to Washington, D.C. to compete in that. And we did that last summer. I think both of them were on that team. So, yeah, go ahead.
Congratulations, guys. That's awesome. And I think that's a great thing. There's so much more to the JROTC than maybe what people superficially think of when the uniform or the service part of it, right? Any other activities you guys want to mention, Nico?
There's marksmanship, so we'll have cadets go downstairs, and we have in our dance studio, we could set up different targets, and we could shoot at these targets in different positions, and it's very cool as well.
Okay, so and then now that takes us back into the other part of the program, right? So that very specific skill. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Air Force also has a flight scholarship program that they started a few years ago, and we have one cadet that's going to go to flight training this summer for 6 weeks, and he'll have the opportunity to get his private pilot's license. So highly, very competitive program, but we're looking forward to hearing how that turns out.
Well, it's great to hear. Congratulations on having a student head down that road, both you guys. It sounds really cool. Like there's a lot of great things going on. How about, Major Johnson, for you, and you've been doing it for years, obviously, and it sounds like you had a lot of kids go on and do great things. What are your goals for them when you see students coming in the program and then where they're headed afterwards? What are you hoping for, and what goals do you set for them?
I really understand after being here for several years that kids come in here at all different levels to start with, and so I really want to encourage them to set goals for themselves to just become a better version of themselves. Because I know a lot come in and feel like, well, I could never do that, but really, even if we're talking like physical, how fast can you run the mile or how many push-ups can you do? It's really not that matter. It's a matter of how are you progressing. Where did you start? Where did you finish? And the big things for me that I've seen have been seniors who are up in front and leading who were completely terrified as freshmen. And you couldn't even recognize the sound of their voice, right? And they just learned to develop that confidence, and they learned to develop those skills and become comfortable. And that's the stuff that really encourages me, is when these kids come in kind of on the border, and then you start to see things get unlocked. And we've had some that come in just on fire as freshmen and just continue to grow and go on and do great things. But it really is all about just the personal growth and learning to kind of own your own behavior and take control of your life rather than just letting life take you where it's going to lead.
Right. I do love the idea. I mean, the growth as a former teacher myself. You love seeing the growth in individuals, and I know personally I would agree that the best ultimate goal is the best version of yourself, whatever that is, right? And wonderful that this program is helping you guys achieve that. How about I have a couple other questions, but I want to clarify because we talked about this a little before. So there's the JROTC, but there's like branches of that. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Like you mentioned the Air Force. I know, what can you elaborate on that? And are they offered all at Shepard or at different schools in the district?
In 218, we have 3 different, three main high schools, and each has an ROTC program. Eisenhower has a Marine Corps program. Richards has a Navy program, and we have an Air Force program. And all the programs are very similar. Our goals are the same. It's all about citizenship and wellness, and we have similar activities. We all have marksmanship teams. We all have academic bowl teams. But it really is just a matter of which service is kind of subsidizing and sponsoring the program. And so the instructors will come from that service. And so there's just a little bit different flavor to the program. But generally, it's going to get you the same credit, and it's going to get you the same acknowledgement. In the case that students want to graduate, when they graduate and go into the military, every military service recognizes ROTC regardless of what service it was, because they know only one service is going to be in a high school.
Right. They went through that training, and very similar in each. It's not on the sheet. I'm going to have to ask. So you do competition stuff, and you do competitions with the other 2 schools. Does that add a little rivalry to it, whether it's marksmanship or the Scholastic Bowl type stuff?
Yeah, we actually have our PT and marksmanship competition coming up this Saturday. So we're going to meet up with the other schools, and we're going to have like different tests of push-ups, a new tug of war, different races and things like that, along with a marksmanship competition. So
Looking forward to it?
Yeah.
I think our instructors do a great job of kind of mixing us up with them twice a year. In the fall, we have our military bowl as well, or I'm sorry, military ball, and so we have like a dance with all three branches come together. We have a nice dinner. There's like acknowledgments. We always have a guest speaker, and we all kind of we get together and have fun there. But then in the spring, it's it comes down to who's the best school. And we got a little rivalry there.
All right, well, get after. Good luck. Good luck. And it's cool to hear there's so many other activities. I like the little, inter-district rivalry too, another extra little edge to the programs you go through. How about, can we talk for you guys, do you guys do any other, because this sounds like a pretty serious commitment. Are you able to do other clubs or sports or activities in the building?
Yeah, so I actually manage the cross-country team, and I'm the swim team captain.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah, so I mean, those who want to can definitely fit other things in their schedule. I mean, personally, I'm a three-sport athlete as well. I do football, baseball, and wrestling. And so, I mean, I was a team captain for wrestling and baseball as well. So those who try to do it can definitely do it, but it is also a big commitment.
See, that does sound like, for both of you, I mean, that's a tremendous commitment. That's a lot of things going on. Maybe there's only one answer to this. I'm going to ask anyway, what's your favorite subject?
Probably
Right
statistics.
behind me.
I like
Okay.
statistics.
Statistics?
Mine is computer-aided design, so like dealing with computers and such.
Okay. And maybe this is an automatic too, but I'll ask you anyway. You're both seniors. What happens after high school now? Where are you headed next?
So I'm looking at going out of state for college, just finalizing my decisions right now, and I'm going to study finance.
Will you continue in the ROTC program?
I don't think I will.
Okay.
I don't think they offer it at the school I'm going to.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck.
I'm going into the trades. I'm going to be an electrician after high school, and so I'll be dealing with wires and stuff.
Okay. Good luck. Good luck.
Let me just say, and that's, I think, a really important thing is, we don't measure our success by, putting kids into the service. We'd love to see those opportunities because we get some great kids coming through here that could be great military leaders. But, there really is a very low correlation between taking ROTC and going on into the military. So we maybe every year we'll graduate one or two seniors that might go on and do something military-wise. But, generally it's just they take the things that we give them and go on and be successful and, in the path that they've chosen.
Right. Well, exactly. And like you said, I mean, you guys, and you've said it, both of you said, I mean, they're learning life skills, and that's invaluable, and that's going to apply no matter what you study or what career you go into. So, yeah, that makes the program incredibly invaluable, So good luck, guys. I'm really happy for you. Couple last questions here, or final question for all of you. Favorite area of study in history? Can you think that way? Major Johnson, do you want to take that one first?
I've got many, and I would say, I mean, in the time that I've been here, we've spent a lot of time just looking at the space program and, being named after Shepard, and so we've spent a lot of time looking at that, and so, even just that, we watched the movie Apollo 13, and just all of the commitment that people went through in the space race, I think is just really fascinating, all the developments that went on there. The rivalry between the U.S. and the Soviet Union, I think, is another one that's just really, really interesting to look at.
Yeah, it is, and it is an incredible period in our history, the race, but also the character and the courage and the ingenuity, the skills that were involved in, taking on the challenges of that. How about you guys?
I think I just like American history, but based on like how our government has changed and looking at the events that caused it to change.
Okay.
I do find that interesting.
Yeah, I can see where that could be interesting, like the course of how our government has evolved into, where it began and what we've evolved into. Is that?
So my favorite, I think, is military history and like the strategies behind it and how like different weapons, how we've evolved, and different just ideas in general and how we've evolved, and just how like the human brain could just think of like, you could do this, I could do that better. It's just really interesting to me.
And that's a good point too. It's not a static thing, right? I mean, let alone obviously technology changed, but over the course, new strategies come up. People have new ideas. So, guys, thank you very much. Major Johnson, thank you very much. Wish you both the best, and the best with the junior ROTC program here. That's great. Okay. Take care. Good luck, guys.
Okay, thank you.
I'm Dave Wurzel, and you've been watching Spotlight. Spotlight's been on the JROTC program at Allenby Shepard High School. Thank you for watching.